54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Alert, 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 alert. Back and go full strip. Hey, switch.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Baker Mayfield, in all likelihood, is going to be seeing a lot of these Cincinnati Bengals in the coming years, twice this season. And he got off to a great start last year as a rookie against Cincinnati. 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and 2 wins. Mayfield tosses one complete to Landry. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hurry! Hey, alert! Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Mayfield now from the 50. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A gain there of 21 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
180! Mike 54. Mike 54. You ain't going nowhere.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They run again on first down. Chubb trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Silva.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
61, match,
Now Joe Mixon, and this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now! Tricky's the mic. Tricky's the mic. Come to my work. We want.
Now Mixon. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 5.
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, exit. 31's the mic. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Go.
2nd and 4. Open man is Ross, complete. Six 0 our score after 1. Strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
31's the mic. I'm coming for you.
They'll look to throw here. The quick slant caught. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
They'll set up a throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. First down, Mayfield. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The Bengals and Browns, this is one of our final few NFL 100 series games. And speaking of series, the 92nd meeting between these two teams. The Bengals holding the 50-41 all-time edge. Last year, the Browns won both games, one in November, then again on December 23rd. And both of these franchises founded by Coach Paul Brown, who, of course, the Browns are named after. But then he would later go downstate to help found the Bengals in May of 1967. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player, not any chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
And a key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. Mayfield finding Beckham and getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 26.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Set, 180. 54. Up. Hey, 1-7. Check, Mike, 54. Hey, zoom.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down. Mayfield now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down.
Come on, fellas.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
18 Gator.
At the 26-yard line.
Mike, hey, Delta.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to air it out deep for Green. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
X3, 218, jump. 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
2nd and 2. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready? 10-2 start. Watch the screen. Yeah. Watch the screen.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. C.J. Uzomah His third touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And now it's blocked. The Browns have it. The big fella. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And spins away. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
It's caught. Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert 33. 36. Hey, echo.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn to either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep. And make a whole lot of great catches.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Mixon, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Sit, snap.
Looking to throw. Complete to Bryant. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 8, read.
Now a carry for Bernard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
First down.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Alpha. Ready?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
They'll look to throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Hurry!
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They run it again with Chubb. Pushes him over. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time out of Chubb. 89 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
It's going to be a long day.
They'll give it to Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Good. 180.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check, 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 check.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Steps away to his left. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
50. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Back to throw here. Looking deep for his tight end, Gates. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked up by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Chubb on first down, not going to go anywhere as he'll lose 3 on that one. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Loss of 1 makes it 3rd and 14.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Regular. Got 36 to Mike. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to air one out. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Denzel Ward, Pro Bowler as a rookie, there to bat that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Let's go now. 8, read.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. High 7. Let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. This time, the extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
180.
36. Watch one.
A run for Nick Chubb. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run. Chubb. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did. Showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership. It's the toughness, it's the moxie that he exhibits, and his teammates just feed off of it.
So for the Browns, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6-7 on the year.